Hello everybody, my name is Lime of Citrus Bros Gaming, and welcome to Craft the World. Craft the World is an open world sandbox game in which you control several little dwarf dudes over the course of creating their society and their home. It's a game similar to Minecraft in that you have to mine resources, except that it's in the 2D form. So here we have our one dude that you spawn with here at level 1. This is your level up here. And basically, we just have to go tell him to collect stuff. So we click on stuff, and he goes to collect it. Currently, he's only equipped with a knife. I don't know how he's going to get through these rocks with a knife, but, you know, I'm sure he'll manage. He's a tough little dwarf. He'll just bite them or something. But once he's done with this, we'll send him over to gather the rock. Get our achievement. And just go from there. So we didn't spawn by too much rock. I guess over here we could gather some. But we did spawn by the shop. That's nice. You use gold here that you collect from just, you know, anything, really. Trees, dirt, rock. They spawn in random places. But as you break a block down, you can sometimes get a gold coin. And you spend that here at the shop for many, many things that can be helpful. Usually, the first thing I like to buy is like a pickaxe or something for my dudes. But I can usually build those if nothing else. So our guy's finishing up over here, gathering the materials, and he'll do this autonomously. You don't have to tell him to go do that. Of course, one problem I do have to address here, since this game is in early access, is that they seem to prioritize gathering the materials that have been cut over going and cutting new materials. Now, this isn't as big of a problem once you have more dwarves to control, but, you know, until then, it is a bit of a slow game. But it's very fun. It's had me, basically addicted for the past few days. I enjoyed it a lot. So, once we get a couple of rocks going here, we're going to open our craft menu and create a pickaxe for him. You see here we need one more stone, so we're just going to wait for him to get that. While he's doing that, we can talk about the tech tree. Here we have the tech tree for the campaign, going from the most basic to the most advanced weaponry and equipment. As you can see, alchemy is a part of this. You can create spells and potions and things, which is neat. Now in the sandbox mode, you have the option to choose your tech tree, whether you want it or not. In the sandbox mode, if you know what you want to build, you can just go out and build it if you have the materials for it. You don't need to rely on the tech tree. Whereas here in the campaign mode, the tech tree is a little bit more dependent. Whereas if I don't have this next level, as you can see it's locked off, I won't be able to produce any of these things even if I do know the recipes for them. So that's a bit of a bummer, but it adds some progression to the game. So as you can see, I just got that achievement there, the dig a tunnel achievement. All you have to do for that is dig 3 blocks out. And your your tasks and things are kept up here. As you can see, I need to collect 10 stones for 10 experience and complete my shelter. You can go ahead and pause to read that if you like. So, we have our little guy here, and we want to equip him with some stuff, but currently we don't have any, so let's go ahead and craft him up a stone pickaxe. So you see we have the wood, we drag it over here, you double click the wood and it fills it in if it's within the line, if it's accessible, and then you drag the stone. And you can't double click the stone to do that because it'll just spawn another. However, you can do that if you just need another one there and you don't want to keep dragging from one side to the other. So let's go ahead and build him that and equip it on him. Oh, and as you can see, we leveled up. We got ourselves a totem and 1 wood, in addition to 1 population. So, here's our other guy, coming through the portal. So let's go ahead and equip our first settler with a pickaxe, so he's a little more efficient. Gonna send the other guy over here to gather these stones. Yeah, and combat is a part of this as well. You can see that most likely dropped from the tree, that beetle there. They don't really pose that much of a threat to your guys in the beginning unless you get swarmed by them, which is extremely unlikely. So we need stone for the beginning. You can also gather these back walls if you wish. And with that stone, we create better tools. And from the stone, we use the stone tools to dig down and down and down. And if you've ever played Minecraft, you basically know how the story goes. Difference is really this isn't a 2D space, and you have access to view all of your mineshaft at once. You don't have to rely on digging all the way to the bottom and having to look to see what's there. You can just see what gold or, what equivalent minerals are there, and just go get them. And of course, like any of these games, you can create floating islands if you trick the game into it. So, with this next shipment of rocks, we're going to be able to craft some more things for our guys. Most important is the pickaxe, so we're going to go ahead and get that going here. And then we can go ahead and craft the axe, which is this recipe here, and it'll go ahead and craft that up for us. And as you can see, we need to wait for the next little shipment of stone before we can craft the second axe. But for now, let's go ahead and give this axe to our dude, and this pickaxe to our other dude. Rarin and Main are their names. So as you can see, this is a fairly slow-paced, relaxing kind of game until you get to the nighttime. The nighttime is when, much like Minecraft and Terraria, you get attacked by creatures of the night. Skeletons, zombies, and other such things. Now these things can be a bit of a challenge if you're not properly equipped. However, if you are, it's not too bad. So, what we're going to do is start our defense here and dig into the mountain. And what this is going to do is provide some shelter for the dwarves. Very dwarf-like, I think, to build into the mountain. Very, very dwarf-like. But of course, we're going to have to wait for this guy to kind of break some of the rocks down before he can create a path for... What are their names? Rarin and... Yeah, so Rarin has to clear the path for Main. But we're going to have this going. We can tell them to go and collect the trees for more wood, because we do need that. And we can go ahead and craft another axe for Main. And equip him with that. You level fairly quickly if you stick to your tasks. Now I need to build, just basic woodworking up, and essentially just advancing in the tech tree advances your tasks and gets you more experience, which in turn gets you more population and makes the game much, much easier. As you can see, a little nod to the popular, let's just say, mobile game Angry Birds. If you were wondering, this current game is being developed by Decavir Studios, who really hasn't been known for much other than just, some little freeware titles, button clicker games, hidden object games. And as you can see, there's one of the coins dropping out of a piece of dirt, of all things. Now you might be wondering what this little glowing book thing is here. What that is a book you can use on your dwarves to teach them different things. In this case, it'll teach you how to turn flies into elephants and other useful spells. Not literally, of course. However, you can go ahead and click that onto one of your guys. So, Main is already a bit of a mage, so we'll go ahead and boost that. Click on that, use it, and it boosts his skill slightly. This is very useful for things like mining and logging, and other crafting professions. So Main is just finishing up that tree there, and since this one is sprouting up, we can go ahead and take that one down as well. Now, the basic woodworking. Let's go ahead and craft a ladder. We're going to need some to get into our base. Let's craft 3 of those for now. These things here on the bar are your creator bar, as you are somewhat simulating a god for these dwarves. And it works as simply as it looks. You just click it down and you wait for your dwarves to go and do it. And they usually prioritize what you choose them to do. That is to say, what you choose them to do latest. So, all in all, it works pretty well so far, and I'd have to give this a pretty good review from what I've played so far. The amount of time I have in the game is about 8.5 hours, so I'm enjoying it so far. I'll definitely be playing some more of this. Well, I think I'm going to leave this video here for now. You can catch what happens in the next video, I'm sure. I'll definitely be playing more of this on YouTube. And if you're interested, you could find this on Steam for... I'm not entirely too sure. I don't want to give you an incorrect price. But you can find this on Steam. But do keep in mind it is an early access, which means it is not complete, and it does have some bugs. So, you know, as with every early access game, you want to go into this with a bit of healthy caution. With that being said, once again, I am Lime of Citrus Bros Gaming. Thank you for watching.